They don't even stop you normally. They don't barricade the road to stop you normally.
No,
they just open fire.
That's what they do.
They target the driver
and
the other passengers.
But anyway, let's move straight to our next conversation. Now, the fight against crude oil theft remains a critical battle in safeguarding Nigeria's economy. Within a single week, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, uncovered 55 illegal refineries and 29 illicit pipeline connections across the Niger Delta region. The NNPCL also revealed that 179 incidents occurred in the area between January 11 and 17, 2025, leading to the arrest of 30 suspects. Okay, Ismail, let me ask, uncovering 55 illegal refineries, 29 illegal pipeline connections in 1 week in the Niger Delta region, what does this mean for, in the nation's oil sector?
Well,
29.
The thing is, this is not the first time it's happening. My only worry is that once you hear about the arrest, you don't hear about what happened next.
The prosecution.
Yeah, I'm aware that in August last year, I think about 70, over 70 or so were also discovered around the same area where these ones are discovered. I think that of last year it was Delta, Abia, and Rivers. This very one, I think it is Abia and Rivers, yes. Which means that it's the same axis where these things are happening. Now, the question to ask is, those that were arrested in August last year, what has become their fate? Okay. Were they prosecuted? I want to, without sounding immodest, I want to believe very strongly that if you dig very well, among those that have been arrested now, were probably part of those who perpetrated that of last year.
Oh.
And because nothing happened to them,
they went back into it.
They went back into it.
All right, let's talk about this issue of crude oil theft, because the president wants to increase the nation's oil output, but the elephant in the room is crude oil theft. Now, talking about solving it, political will, using technology, sincerity of the NNPC, and going after those who collaborate with the IOCs to steal the nation's crude. Are you saying? Can we say that all of these things I just mentioned can end crude oil theft in Nigeria for good?
Perfectly well. You have eliminated the problems within that axis. It's a cabal. The elites are the ones stealing the oil. They know themselves.
The elites?
Yes.
Not the poor of the poor.
No. The poor are just employed to, as you know, for you to steal crude oil, you must be a very rich person.
But the people they see, they parade.
Those are the people working. Those are not the people.
Those are the people
It's
working.
just like you. It's just like you arrest somebody who is a peddler of hard drugs on this street corner. That's not the person. That's not the main person. The person importing that hard drug is somewhere in one air condition in Banana or somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Not that person. It's the same thing that is happening there. It's a gang. I'm happy what is happening.
Okay.
It's progress. Progress in the sense that when you identify these pipelines and it's now becoming regular, it shows that you are reducing the amount of crude oil theft. Okay. Which is an improvement. You know, the new security outfit of Tompolo, and then improved security awareness in that area.
Yes.
And like you said, the president's desire to increase our output. All of them now is the result of that combination is what we are seeing, identifying all these people. But like I said, it's a cabal. There are rich people from that catchment area involving in this, and they've been doing it for a long time, so they'll be able to amass a lot of wealth. That's one. Two, there are security outfits, especially naval officers,
that who are
collaborating with them, who are doing that. Because you see, I read one article one time, and the articles claim that from the air view, you can see that sometimes you will see ships lining up to take stolen crude.
Wow.
You cannot take a ship, you cannot steal crude, put it in a ship, and take it out of our waters without a lot of people getting to know or getting to know. So there's collaboration with the security people. If you know that Antita is always criticized, recently they criticized the Nigerian Navy of collusion and stealing and all that. So
they're always at
it's a combination of different things. They reach indigenous the people from that catchment area who are involved in the stealing, not these people that they arrested. Those are the boys. And what usually happens is that those boys, they will go and build them and all that. And then they will employ a new set of boys to do that.
They say that when they parade those boys, at least those boys, through investigation, they can say, okay, this is the person that sent us. Yeah. Why can't they go after those people? Because and what we just see is just those boys.
You know, that was where I started from. I said some certain persons were arrested last year.
Yes.
I think around August. No, so I think the question we should be asking, what happened to them? You know, so I'm sure if those ones were successfully prosecuted, it probably would have helped in resolving the current one.
No, it's not just about prosecution. You know? How about giving up their sponsors' name?
Most of the time,
depending
on those engaging them, most of the time, they are usually under oath, not to make disclosure.
They may not even know the owner.
And there are
they
times,
may not even know.
Of course, there are times. Yeah, there are times they may not also know the owner.
They will know the managers and all those things, but the don somewhere.
Okay, now I also talked about the use of technology to fight all theft, because I know there are empirical ways of fighting all theft. But in technology, why have we not embraced it? But I'll allow you to answer that question after this break. We need to go on this quick break. And when we return, the conversation continues. Don't go anywhere. It's still Journalist Handout.
Necessary felicitation to Governor Ododo. The Independent Campaign Council, ICC, for the Ododo Joel Governorship Campaign congratulates His Excellency Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, Deputy Mr. Joel Oyibo, and members of the State Executive Council on the first anniversary of the government. We are proud to associate with His Excellency on his laudable achievements since assumption of office. His achievements signpost a clear path to a holistic development and an assured future for our people. In just 365 days, our people have woken to the new reality of a government that is responsive to their aspirations and focused on delivering the dividends of democracy. Our people are witnessing massive transformation in physical and human development. Kogi State, under Governor Dodo, is not only working, it is headed for a glorious future while remaining loyal to your government. We, members of the ICC, under the formidable leadership of Alhaji Adams Onata, will continue to play our complementary role to the leadership of our great party, the All Progressives Congress in the state. We remain committed to the Kogi dream as captured in the restoration agenda of Governor Dodo. Our own amiable flower boy. Congratulations. Long live Kogi State.
Coleman wires and cable, great quality, now with the new look.
The Yobe State government, under the leadership of His Excellency Governor Mai Malabuni, CON, is pleased to welcome our special guest of honor, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, governors of Lake Chad Basin region, delegates and participants as we host the 5th edition of the Lake Chad Basin Governors Forum, which will take place from the 29th to the 31st of January 2025 at the Muhammadu Indimi International Conference Center, University of Maiduguri, Borno State. Theme: Rebuilding the Lake Chad Basin, Consolidating Gains, commitment to peace, cross-border cooperation, security and sustainable development for a resilient community. The forum represents a unique platform to consolidate gains, deepen cross-border cooperation and drive sustainable development in pursuit of a resilient and peaceful Lake Chad Basin region. Signed, Publicity Subcommittee of the LOC.
All right, if you just joined us, it's still journalist Hangout. I still have Ismail Omikmidon and Mayor Akinpele with us. So before we went on that break, I asked you the use of technology. Why have we not embraced it? And also, the local government chairmen and the traditional rulers of those areas, do you think they should be held responsible or should be put on notice?
Let me take it from the issue of technology. From the little that I know, it's not as if we have not embraced technology. For instance, I'm aware of a project called a Deep Blue Project.
Okay.
Domicile within Nimasa, though owned by Navy. When I was privileged to travel with the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy to the Nimasa headquarters, and they showed us real time how these things work. And from there, as a layman, they were able to prove to us that there is no how crude oil will be lifted, that they will not know. But the question to now ask is that how come they are still succeeding in stealing this crude without being detected? And that
Talk about
takes
the collaborators. And that
takes us to what Oga Mayor said, that it's about collaboration. You know, recently the National Assembly held a public hearing on the establishment of Coast Guards.
Okay.
Now, the primary objective of that Coast Guard is to help in taming, apart from helping to secure the inland waterways, apart from helping to secure our maritime space, it will also go a long way in helping Navy to take care of some of it. But surprisingly, Navy is kicking seriously against it, claiming that the country does not need that. But you know one thing, within the space of that same period, they came up with a bill for the establishment of Marine Corps.
Okay.
And what they have succeeded in doing with that is to take some of the roles that the Coast Guard, that the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy is proposing to have, the roles they will play, they are giving into Marine Corps. And I said, okay, if you say it is not expedient to establish Coast Guard, why are you not talking about Marine Corps? Meaning that there's no sincerity of purpose on the part of Navy.
Local governments, council chairmen, and also the traditional rulers in the affected areas, Abia State, Rivers State, I think there was one in Buguma, no. Should they be held accountable for this thing going on in their domain, or should they be put on notice if they are not aware?
I don't think so. They are not in, if you're a traditional ruler, for example, there's no way you can stop somebody who wants to stay crude. How do you stop the person? The only thing you can do in assisting government is to be able to mobilize the youth of your community to serve as intelligence officers. Will
you say that they are ignorant? They don't
know what's
going on in their domain? Okay, they are also part.
Of course, yes. That's what I said earlier, that this thing is a combination of the elites within those areas. Okay. Look, let me tell you something. You cannot be a traditional ruler in a place or chairman of a local government in a place, and you say you don't know those who are stealing crude in that area.
In that area. It's not possible.
It's not possible. So it's the elites in those places and collusion of security forces. So the way they can come is that if there's will from government, then they can make those traditional rulers to work on the side of government.
Okay.
By giving information to, because you will know intelligence to security forces, because that is what Tompolo is doing.
True.
That's just what Tompolo is doing. Tompolo was given a security outfit. He will have boys from in those communities.
The communities.
You understand? To protect those pipelines, to know who and who is stealing what, to get intelligence about which area to go. That's why they've been making arrests and discover all these things. Because you have to involve people within that community.
That area. Yes. Okay, then. All right, let's move straight to our final conversation. Saboteurs are individuals who intentionally disrupt progress, often to serve personal or hidden agendas. The Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, NULGE, has accused certain individuals within President Tinubu's government of frustrating the implementation of the Supreme